This is the Bluetooth sound controller app with OBD2 diagnostic reading. Yeah, that'd be the correct word for it. So this is for Honda Civic Type R. We have it later on today. Remus do a number of exhausts. For example, BMW is already valved, so you'd use the original valve in the car, like a Golf R and stuff. But they do offer a range of exhausts, Civic Type R, Mustang, some other cars as well, I can't quite remember off the top of my head, where you get an option to retrofit a Bluetooth device, so you can obviously have the valves open and closed. And this kit obviously has a button, which lets you control it by the button, or you can have the app on your phone, but I'll put my phone in my pocket, but I know you'll do like a little video of it working in a minute. But this should be a good one. So what do you reckon to it? Good idea? Bad idea?
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good.
That gives you control over it then, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can get sort of, control. Yeah. That is exactly the same thing. Because people want it loud, when they want it loud, and obviously the fact you can turn it off when you're hungover or going to work or needy or whatever. But yeah, right, on that one, better crack on. We've got an M240 iron, RS4 in for spacers, this an A5 in for mapping, and Jay has got some product shots to take pictures of. You can give people a sneaky shot of the carbon stuff you've got to do.
Looks pretty fly.
Doesn't it?
It's very nice.
Right, so busy. On that note, let's do some work and earn some pennies so we can buy more products. So when this is connected to the car, you can actually adjust it by RPM. So you'll be able to have the valves open at 10% at certain RPM of the rev range, or you can obviously just adjust the valve open at different percentages. Of course it's not working, it's not plugged to a car. We'll show that a bit more in detail a bit later on anyway.
So I'm here today with the A45 AMG facelift A45 AMG to get a Remus catback exhaust put on, a Piper Cross air intake as well. So it's going to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to what the sound is like. One of the main things that I talked about in on my road trip videos is that I wanted a little bit more noise. So I got in contact with Mike and said, look, I need a bit more noise from the car, but I don't want it too much. So Mike said, look, we've got just the thing for you. So OEM Plus is what we're going for today, and it's up in the air now. So I'm excited to hear what it sounds like. So it's going to be good. Now, let's hand over to Mike. Mike, what the hell is that in your hand, mate?
This is your new 100mm Piper Cross intake system. So Nick has already pulled the copy red box lid up. Taken it off. Yeah. That's the original one. So this actually sits in the box. And what is pretty interesting is that's like 100mm in there. When we take this one off, you see the before and after. It's a big difference.
It's a much bigger in there, isn't it?
Yeah, massive. Yeah, it surprised me when people said 100mm is 4-inch. So when you pull the original off, so this is a really restricted part of the car. So with this, we combine with the exhaust, of course, air in, more efficient, air out, even better. So the two together work well. Good stage one, like you sort of say. And then,
and will that enhance kind of the intake noise as well?
Yeah.
It's bigger, so that would be really cool.
Yeah, definitely, a lot more noticeable.
It's interesting, I've never really seen the car like this before, but it does, I mean, just the size of it, compare that. I mean, the cone is one thing, but it's that part there.
Yes, you can see,
itself there.
You can kind of see, look, almost there on the plastic, see how small it actually goes down to?
Oh, wow, yeah, it's quite
compared to
that, that's huge.
Yes, that's a big difference. So it's a restricted part. They would have obviously done that for a number of reasons. Unfortunately, like everything else, like is a product placement. They can't have these things making a lot more power than the book price at, because you are then into the territory of the next car, C43, C63, whatever it may be. So these are, they don't call them hot hatch anymore, do they? They call them, Piper hatches. Yeah, so they're doing everything they can to, I guess, slow them down a little bit.
To get it in there. It was one of the things that I said at the start, that just when I arrived, actually, before we had our chat earlier on upstairs in the office, was that for me, the sound of this car, when I was out in Germany on the road trip, it was wicked. But it just needed that little bit more for me.
Yeah, exactly. You just need to just turn it up a little bit more to maybe a good 9 out of 10.
And I don't want it to be too much, because I mean, previous car, full straight pipe decal, all the jazz. I think I want to keep it kind of OEM plus. So that's where, I'm going to show my age.
OEM plus we're pretty good at doing an OEM plus setup. So this will be the exhaust. You'll know it's got an exhaust onto it. It's not going to be enough to annoy everybody and your neighbours, and especially if you're doing a road trip. You know, it's like when you're sitting in the car for 6-7 hours at a time, you don't want a constant drone. It is all about having the usability of a car still. This is a daily car, and that's what's good about the Remus, and we'll go through this in a minute about the exhaust.
Yeah, definitely. When we get the Remus out of the box, we will show you. We'll talk right for that. For now, intake. Nick doing his thing. No pressure, mate.
No, don't worry.
Done it before.
I'll let you. We'll do the wonders of editing, and we'll magically change that over. So 1, 2, 3. On the A45, catback Remus exhaust system. Mike, what we got here, mate?
Bit of art.
Bit of art. We were admiring the build quality.
The build quality, yeah. I mean, Remus is a high-end, it's a premium product on the Mercedes, it's a premium exhaust, should I say. So putting it onto Mercedes, it works well. Premium product, premium exhaust. So this system is pretty special. It's a system they've spent a lot of money, time and R&D development. Their R&D centre that every exhaust gets put through is dynoed, sound tested. They've got a sound chamber, which I'll show you actually a video in a minute. They spent 12 million euros on, because they manufacture for OEM.
Yeah.
They have to get
Did you say 12 million?
12 million euros.
Flipping out.
And there's a sound tested room. It's like an instrument that we played in or something like that.
Yeah.
Where they have it's complete sound absorbing. So when you go in there, there's no echoes. You can't even. It's really strange. It's like being underwater.
Yeah.
But that way they can basically, the only noise they're getting is the exhaust. They also have a dyno in there. They put a dummy in the passenger seat, and they can work out frequency and tone against where it's going to hit. Because obviously they manufacture for OEM. That technology gets passed across onto your own exhaust.
Yeah, because you're right. I mean, so the performance exhaust on mine is, what is that? Is that Remus as well, or has it a touch to it?
Yeah, they have two companies. Remus is one thing and Sebring is the other.
Yeah.
So that's developed by Sebring, which is Remus's company as well.
Yeah, because I noticed on the floor you got your little Remus
exactly.
AMG map.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that was coincidence just because I'm here, mate.
Yeah, there's some pills we put me in the double one on it as well. Like, no, this is
Joe Achilles' face on it.
yeah, exactly. But they work heavily well on Mercedes. It's a good working partnership, so it's very well developed. Also, one thing I didn't mention, they've got heated tarmac because they're in Austria. Yeah, they're in Austria Alps. At the front of their building, because they have to do noise test regulations for Type A approval, they have to do sound tests at 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Well, of course, production cars don't stop even in the snow or December and January.
Yeah.
So the tarmac out the front of the building is heated. So you know how people have heated
Yeah,
floor
yeah,
and things like that. So they can still do car testing.
That's
Thing. So they have the money has been spent in the R&D, and it shows in the exhaust. And what's really important about yours has the AMG Sports exhaust.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to see people's reactions. People are like, oh, I've got the AMG Sports exhaust. What's the difference?
Yeah.
What you're about to see.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think now would probably be a good time. Sorry, mate.
Sorry?
To overlay a quick kind of before clip. So I'm going to run it twice. So one in Comfort, which obviously doesn't really have the pops and bangs in it, and the other one in Sport Plus. So you can hear it now with the performance exhaust, and then we're going to run it afterwards again with the catback Remus exhaust, just so we can hear the sound difference. Because yeah, I'm quite excited. So yeah, here you go. Yes! That sounds sick. Mate, those pops on the upshift, that sounds so much better.
Oh, got to have down pops, you get
mate,
the pops. No,
well done. Where's Nick? Well done, lads. Thank you, mate. Mate, that sounds really good.
Can we go for a drive now?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get to go. Let's go for a drive. That's got a much deeper tone to it, and those cracks on the upshift sound so much better. Oh, that sounds wicked, man. I'm really pleased with that.
Yeah.
Really pleased with that. We'll take that.
Today we've had Stef up with the A45 AMG.
Yep.
So we've done pop across induction kit, Remus exhaust, and it sounds amazing, as you'll probably agree because you've probably heard it by now.
It's very aggressive.
We did if I recall rightly, a 440i lower stance kit.
Yep.
So that was first thing, and now we're doing an M135 140 Remus exhaust system, and putting some Maxton rear parts on. So that is about it.
Awesome. it.